Hey pre-K, are you guys ready for some math games? Do you remember last week we did some comparing after we read I am not small, and we compared the height of things, right? We compared, you compared yourself to something that was taller than you and something that was shorter than you, and then you compared things in your house to see which one was bigger and which one was smaller. We're going to do a new kind of comparing today. We are going to compare more than and less than. That has to do with the number of things you have. So here's what you'll need to do our comparison math for today. You're just going to need some things. They can be anything. I have 3 different options. I have my bucket of what's missing shapes. I have my little container of white cubes. And I also have my pens and pencils that I collected for our collections of 20 that we were working with a couple weeks ago. Those would be great things for you to use for our comparison lesson today. So if you need to go grab some things, go grab them, and you can pause the video and come back to it. Or you can watch the whole video and then go get your things when you're done. All right, so here's how it's gonna work. Pretty simple. You could, once you have your things, like maybe you're gonna do like little Legos, or you might have some other kind of blocks, or maybe you have some pom-poms, or you have some tiny stuffed animals, or maybe you also have a bunch of pens and pencils and markers, or Jenga blocks. If you have some Jenga blocks, that would be good too. And here's how it works. I'm going to start with my white cubes. All you need are your hands. Take one handful. Don't count them. Just look at them. Take another handful. Don't count them. Ooh, they're hard to grab. Which hand do you think has more? Which hand do you think has more? I'm guessing that this hand has more because it's covering up a bigger space in my hand, but that just gets, and I'm also feeling it. This hand feels a little heavier than this hand, which makes me think that this hand has more. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in my right hand, I had 7. Let's see how many I have in my left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one is bigger, 7 or 5? Yep, 7 is bigger than 5. I wonder how much more 7 is than 5. So I'm going to line these up, and then I'm going to put these cubes in front, and let's see how many more. So they're equal up to here, and then 7 is 2 more than 5. So 7 is bigger than 5. Okay, shall I do, I'm going to do this again. I'm going to see if I can get a different number in my hand. I'm going to try to do as many as I can. Ugh. Which hand do you think has more? And there's even one hiding under my thumb. This one, I think, is pretty easy to figure out because you can just tell by looking, this hand is really full. But let's find out how many more. So this hand had 1, 2, 3, 4. This hand has, here's 4, right? But then I have all of these. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this was 4. Let's see how many more 10 is, because this means they're equal, 4 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10 is 6 more than 4. All right, moving on to something else. And you can play this game with a brother or a sister or a grown-up, and you could take turns. You could take a handful, and then they could take a handful, and you could compare and guess which person has more in their hand. All right, so what do you think? Oh man, this one's tricky. They look pretty equal, but if I had to guess, I think this hand has more. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, I'll scooch them back so you can see. 6, 7, 8. So this hand had 8. Let's see how many this hand has. I predicted this hand has more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Was my guess correct? It was not. This hand had 7. This hand had 8. How many more is 8 than 7? You think it's one more? Let's find out. We can count them at the same time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And how many do I have left over? I have 1 left over. That means 8 is 1 more than 7. Oh man. We could keep doing this all day. I think it's your turn to do some measuring with numbers today, some comparing. So go find something in your house and start comparing more than and less than. Oh, do you know what I want to teach you? This is pretty cool. I didn't learn this until 2nd grade, but I'm going to teach it to you today because you guys have super smart math brains and I think you will understand it. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do another group. I'm going to do my pencils this time. Okay, so let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 in this hand. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this hand. So I'm going to write a 4 on this half of my board. And I'm going to write a 5 over here because I have a group of 4 and a group of 5. Which one is more? Which one is bigger? 4 or 5? Yes, 5 is bigger than 4. So this is how you write. You know how we write our number sentences? We write like 1 plus 2 equals 3. And that's how we read it. 1 plus 2 equals 3. This is a different kind of number sentence. This is a more than number sentence. So if you had cookies, if you had 5 cookies and 4 cookies, which one would you want to eat? You'd want to eat the bigger number, right? So we're going to draw a mouth towards the bigger number. This says 5 is more than 4. So you can practice writing a number sentence if you want. Let's see if we can do another one. 0 and 10. Which one is the bigger number? 10 for sure. So you want to open the mouth towards the number 10. 10 is more than 0. The mouth always opens up towards the bigger number. I cannot wait to see what you guys are going to compare today. Have fun, pre-K.